Well, there's been a huge trove of information released early and throughout the day as the suspect in the CEO deletion has been caught. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, is it going to be some left winger? Oh, is it some right winger? Well, based on everything that we're seeing, it looks more like this person is some sort of like hard libertarian or Kaczynski type person. They, in fact, graduated as valedictorian, went to an Ivy League school, and by all estimations had a very good paying job, all sorts of things of that nature. So I'm not really sure what led them to this, but let's take a look at all the latest that we've learned today about his manifesto and things of that nature. As police now, the police now are interviewing him, and we're getting a lot of information. Like, he called the Unabomber a political revolutionary and things like that. So this is a guy who enjoyed his psilocybin, and I have his Goodreads account, so I have all the books he liked to read. I have all sorts of information to share with you today. And the good news is this is the last time you'll hear about it. Today, the 12 Days of Coffee box on sale from now until midnight, 15% off. Promo code 12days15. It's the last time I will promote that until Christmas. I know my ads are really annoying a lot of you lately. I just want to make sure you get it. So the link is in the description below. If you can see we have 7 reviews on it so far because they're just finally going out now. And the reviews are excellent. My husband told me to order this. Haven't had an advent calendar. Haven't started yet. 5 stars. 5 stars. So it's a great product, and the reviews are coming in. So I'm hoping you'll check it out. Now, suspect had called the infamous Ted Kaczynski a political revolutionary. It's easy and quick and thoughtless to write this off as the manifesto of a lunatic in order to avoid facing some uncomfortable problems it identifies. But it's simply impossible to ignore how prescient many of the predictions about modern-day society turned out. Mangiano wrote in a book review in January, he was an aggressive, attacking individual, rightfully imprisoned, who maimed innocent people. While those actions tend to be characterized as those of a crazy Luddite, however, they are more accurately seen of those as a political extreme revolutionary. He obviously looked up to Ted Kaczynski. We've got more information coming out about that as well. So how he was found, obviously, he was just sitting there eating at McDonald's. So again, that kind of debunks, I was wrong about potentially the wife. I was wrong about how soon he'd get caught, but I was not wrong. This guy was no pro. I mean, he obviously planned it out, extremely detailed, but a pro wouldn't be sitting at McDonald's and getting, identified by a worker there. Now, more evidence. When searched by local PD, the suspect was found carrying multiple fraudulent IDs, a passport, a firearm, and a suppressor consistent with the weapon used in the incident. New York Police Commissioner also said that it was a ghost weapon that had the capability of firing 9mm rounds. So it may have been 3D printed. Great. Now they're going to come after all the 3D printers. You watch. Police also said one of the IDs was a fraudulent New Jersey ID, and it matched the one that he used to check into the New York hostel. So, of course, the hostel, that's how they connected him. That's pretty convincing. That is pretty convincing that he was the one that did it, right? But I continue. Let's see. A multi-page handwritten document was also recovered from the suspect when arrested. According to Kenny, it seemed the man has some ill will towards corporate America. Kenny said in the document, the suspect rails against the healthcare industry and suggested that aggression and hurting people is the only answer. A police official who has seen the document told CNN 2 quotes from the document include, "These parasites had it coming, and I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done." Other key details: Police believe the suspect acted alone, and they do not think he was trying to flee the country. The man had no prior arrests in New York, according to Kenny. He's 26-year-old, born in Maryland. His last known address was actually in Honolulu. How everything unfolded, well, we kind of know that. Huck says he would have munched him. He would have munched him up pretty good, but he didn't get a chance to. Let's look at what's interesting is if you look at his Goodreads account, allegedly, some of the books, on odd, but kind of normy. The Lorax, I guess environmental. What's Our Problem with Self-Help Book for Societies. 4-Hour Work Week. Well, everybody's read that. How to Change Your Mind, The New Science of Psychedelics. So it seems like he was into psychedelics. The Ape That Understood the Universe, How the Mind and Culture Evolve. Everybody Lies, Big Data, New Data. The Outdoors of, Brave New World. I mean, everybody's read that book. A lot of people were pointing to this as being pretty generic. Predictably Irrational. He read Elon Musk's book. Many people are pointing to his X account, which I don't even know is live anymore. Let's see. It's still up. If this is him or not, it could have just been taken over once they haven't been active, but people are looking at who they follow. Interestingly, Zuby's on here. AOC's on here. I saw her earlier. She might have tried to do the whole block and unblock thing. Nope. He followed AOC. So a lot of people on the left are like, oh, he's not a leftist. Well, I don't think he's a leftist, and I don't think he's a right-wing person. I think he was a guy that enjoyed psychedelics and maybe a little bit too smart for his own good and decided, hey, here's what I need to do. He follows Jonathan Haidt, Patrick Bet-David, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Brett Weinstein. A lot of these people are people that I follow. John McAfee. Here's an cognitive behavior. He seemed to be into cognitive behavior, neuroscience, psychedelics, things like that. I want to follow this person. See, they follow me, so let's see. Matthew W. Johnson, a psychedelic scientist, also follows me. I suppose I'll follow him as well, too. So he's into psychedelics. Phil Jackson, I don't know. But if you look at his account, it's not like super duper active. I wouldn't say that there's he hasn't really been 2022. Here's one from 2023. So this probably wasn't his, primary social media platform. I suspect, here he's retweeting CoffeeZilla. I would suspect that maybe he used Blue Sky. I don't know. But he didn't seem to be active if this was him. It pretty clearly looks like him. I noticed that his Linktree has been scrubbed. I don't know if there was ever anything there, but it's gone. We also see he's a tech whiz, former valedictorian. He was an anti-capitalist 26-year-old who shared quotes online from Ted Kaczynski. Imagine a society that subjects people to conditions that make them terribly unhappy and then gives them drugs to take away their unhappiness. A Kaczynski quote liked by Mangione read. He studied at the University of Pennsylvania. He was valedictorian of his 2016 graduating class at Gilman School in Baltimore, according to New York Post. So Mangione engaged with many accounts on X, including some right-wing figures. He despised legacy media based. He didn't send out any posts regarding the election. He frequently engaged with this certain person. He shared a Tucker Carlson clip. He was very involved with right-wing accounts. It'll be interesting to see. Right-wing accounts are probably, unconfirmed reports say he had back surgery after an incident while surfing in Hawaii. Surgery did not go well, and he was never the same. He went missing about a year ago. Friends and family didn't even know where he was. So here is allegedly a back surgery maybe he had. So maybe he had allegedly some sort of crazy pain and where he turned to psychedelics. I don't know. I don't know what these are. Pins in his spine? I'm not sure. It does not look great. I doubt that's him. That spine looks like it belongs to someone much older. I don't know. It's these are unconfirmed reports. Luigi had never been the same since he was always in the shadow of his brother Mario, of course. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, they took him alive. He had his manifesto, which undoubtedly would be, his manifesto will almost certainly be released. I would fully suspect. There's nothing super new. But, he definitely seems to be the guy. So here he is. It had to be done. He said, not really. This is looking more and more like it's going to turn out to where he was just literally a United Healthcare guy and they maybe denied him coverage to have maybe some sort of experimental surgery or something like that. I don't know. I'm just completely speculating. Having a problem against... He seemed to be reading a lot about psychedelics. That doesn't necessarily mean he was taking them, partaking in them. But he did like Ted Kaczynski. And, a lot of people saying this man wanted to get caught. Ivy League graduate, had a fake weapon, fake IDs, and a manifesto, described himself as an anti-capitalist. So a lot of people hear that and they assume he's left-wing or right-wing. My guess is it's probably all over the map. Here's the extra ID he used. Looks like a real picture, fake name to me. Because that picture pretty much looks like him. So it's going to be interesting to see just how crazy this whole situation gets. I will, of course, continue to cover it here on The Quartering. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow to the channel down below. Don't forget to get your 12 days of Christmas coffee gift box from coffeebrandcoffee.com. Promo code in the description down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.